Hong Kong style soy sauce noodles. This is one of my favorite meals to make in my house, and as good as anything you will find in any restaurant anywhere. Okay, so the first thing you need to do when you're making Hong Kong style soy sauce noodles is to have taken your thin egg noodles. I just blanched these in boiling water for like 90 seconds, maybe less, maybe just a minute. They're much more raw than al dente, but the fact is that now we don't have to cook them with a ton of liquid. Just the steam from the vegetables will cook them, right? So I have that over here. I've got, 4 or 5 tablespoons of oil in my wok. That's getting really smoky hot, and these are my aromatics: hot chilies, ginger, and garlic, right? And I'm just gonna fry those in my wok. You can see them blackening almost immediately. And then all I want to do is just sprinkle my noodles in there, because I want to get some nice brown color on my noodles. Now, the first thing that I do is flip them over after they've been in there for about 30 seconds. Why? I mean, ideally, if I didn't have those aromatics in there, I would want to just leave them on that one side and let the noodles brown. But if I did that in this case, I would overcook my chilies and my garlic and my ginger. And I don't want that to happen. So what I'm doing by flipping them over once is letting that bottom side get nice and crispy, almost like a pan-fried noodle. And you can literally just poke back with your chopsticks and see that they're starting to change color just a little bit. But what I'm looking for is a much deeper, dark, toasty color on that. So I'm just using the whole surface area of my wok. Now, one by one, I want to add some of my vegetables that take a little more time to cook, and nothing takes more time to get crisp tender than my carrots. So I'm just going to snake out a bunch of those in there. I tried to make this very pretty on this platter for you guys. And I had a leftover shallot. So there's like an onion in there to go along with my scallion. I had a leftover shallot burning a hole in the bottom of my refrigerator. So I put that in there. I can sort of hear as those noodles scrape on the bottom. Come on over here and check this out. That when I peel this back, you can actually see they're starting to brown. See that there? So when that happens, I just want to break them up, because I don't want a big, if you cook them much longer than that, you wind up with a big noodle cake, which then becomes crispy pan-fried noodles. That's a whole different dish. So I just spread them and give them a nice toss. I have so many more opportunities as I add these other ingredients and then my liquid seasonings to kind of bring the whole thing together. I'm not really worried about evenly combining at this point. But I am going to add some chopped scallion. I'm going to add a little bit of cabbage. Now, I also happen to have a fresh red chili. It's a Fresno chili, and I had some Thai basil that was kind of getting tired. I love Thai basil in this dish. Is it traditional? Absolutely not. Is it traditional Thai? Sort of, right? But the whole point of that dish right there is that it represents not only traditional cooking, but also, I think, just household management. Like, let's use up what we have. Ordinarily, if I wasn't shooting this on video, I would be using a wok tool to do this, but I want to be able to talk to you guys and do this very efficiently. As those vegetables wilt, and they don't take long in a wok this hot with noodles that are this hot, it's all going to come together very, very quickly, probably not much more time in here to cook. The noodles are getting more tender, and they're really going to get tender and cook all the way, and the rest of the vegetables are going to wilt almost instantaneously when I put my liquid seasoning in. This is a few tablespoons of dark soy, a few tablespoons of light soy, 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And all I do is I just pour that in. And I just keep jumping this. Then the last thing that I want to do is just make this look a little prettier on my platter. Just by taking a towel and running it around the edge here. These are easy, 5-minute to cook, Hong Kong style soy sauce noodles. I prefer to use a fresh thin egg noodle, but if you have one that's slightly bigger than that, go ahead and use it. Loaded with vegetables, you can add any kind that you want. This is an easy weeknight dish. By the way, no meat, seafood, poultry in here, so you can make this as vegan as you want by deleting the oyster sauce. Simple, easy, cheap weeknight meal using a wok or even just a big saute pan. Enjoy.